My name is Kay, and I have struggled with my mental health for basically my entire life. As a child, I had severe anxiety that I did not understand. I was constantly anxious, uncomfortable, and insecure. When I reached adolescence, my anxiety worsened. My desire to be normal combined with a lack of resources resulted in me not getting the support or help that I needed. In high school, I pushed my anxiety into the background of my life. Every day was difficult. I felt defeated. I'd come to accept that I would always feel anxious and uneasy. Early adulthood was very difficult. I used an obscene amount of marijuana daily to cope with my mental health issues. By the time I was 24, I felt like a zombie. I was simply going through the motions with no plan for my life. Then COVID-19 hit. In between games of Among Us and Discord calls with my friends, I suddenly had a lot more time to be alone and self-reflect. With this extra time alone, I was determined to figure out why my life was such a struggle. I needed to find what I had been missing all of these years. So I started going to therapy weekly. Eventually, while looking for this missing piece of my life, I started researching the symptoms of ADHD and autism. So many symptoms matched my experience. After a lot of inner conflict, I decided to try to get an assessment. The earliest appointment I could schedule was 6 months away. In an effort to get a clearer picture of my mind, I decided I should stop using marijuana. After smoking it many times a day for nearly a decade, quitting was the hardest thing I've done in my entire life. But I was determined to better understand my mind. Finally, in December 2021, I had my assessment and I was diagnosed with autism and ADHD. I started taking medication for ADHD, and more importantly, I started being gentler and more accepting of myself. With this new understanding of how my mind works, I'm better able to take care of myself. I make accommodations for myself that allow me to feel less anxious. I no longer feel dumb or lazy when my mind does not respond in a way that I expect it to. I am finally not consumed by my anxiety. I am happy and motivated to work towards my future. I have career plans. I work in a restaurant and I'm a full-time student. I'm doing so many things that just a couple years ago I never thought I'd be able to handle. My diagnosis freed me from a weight I'd been carrying for so many years. I'm eternally grateful that I decided to take control and sort out the inner workings of my mind. I'm also incredibly grateful that I have access to the mental health care that I need, and I hope that assessments for conditions like mine become more widely available, because it shouldn't be a privilege to understand your own mind. Thank you so much for allowing me to share my story.